Have you ever met someone who made you feel like you were the center of their universe right away? The endless texts, the grand gestures, the "I can't stop thinking about you" messages after only one date. It felt magical until it didn't. One moment you're swept off your feet, the next, you're wondering what just happened. Was it real love or something else? What you felt wasn't your imagination. And you're not being too sensitive for questioning it. That rush of attention, the sweet words, the sudden future plans, it felt like love. But it left you anxious, confused, even a little lost. This is what's called love bombing, when someone uses overwhelming affection, praise, and intensity to create fast closeness. It can feel flattering at first, but it often leads to pressure, disorientation, and emotional imbalance. It's not always done with bad intentions, but it is something to be aware of, because when we can recognize it, we can protect ourselves without shutting down our hearts. Not every romantic gesture is a red flag. Not every intense connection means you're being manipulated. Sometimes people are just excited to get to know you. They text back fast, they plan sweet dates, they're expressive, and that's okay. The difference is in the pace and the presence. Healthy love respects your timing. Love bombing rushes it. Imagine this. Two people meet and feel a spark. One says, "I really like spending time with you. Let's see where this goes." That's warmth. That's presence. Now picture someone else saying, "You're everything I've ever wanted. I can see us married with kids." After 3 dates. They call 10 times a day, get upset if you don't reply instantly, and show up unannounced. That's pressure disguised as passion. That's fast without foundation. Love bombing feels like romance turned up too loud. So loud, it drowns out your intuition. It can be hard to spot at first because it often looks and feels like a dream. You might hear things like, "You're the one," or "I've never felt this way before," within days. They talk about a future together before they even know your last name. You might start to notice small boundary crossings. You ask for space, and they brush it off or make you feel guilty. They message constantly, expect immediate replies, and show signs of frustration if you need time alone. The emotional energy may shift quickly. One moment they're adoring, affectionate, all in. The next, they're distant or moody, and you're left wondering what you did wrong. It's confusing, and that confusion keeps you emotionally hooked, trying to get back to how things were in the beginning. They might start talking about meeting your parents or introducing you to theirs after only a couple of dates. Maybe they delete their dating apps and expect you to do the same, even though you've never discussed exclusivity. And yes, sometimes they shower you with gifts, attention, or over-the-top gestures. Gift giving in itself isn't a problem. Some people express love through generosity, and that can be beautiful. But when gifts are used to create a sense of obligation or to bypass emotional depth, that's a form of control. If you find yourself feeling like you owe them something, or that you can't speak your truth because they've been so good to me, that's not generosity, it's emotional leverage. But why do people love bomb in the first place? Not everyone who love bombs is a villain. Some don't even realize they're doing it. Sometimes, it starts with someone who's deeply afraid of being alone. They crave connection so intensely, they try to rush intimacy. They fall in love with the idea of you before they've even taken the time to know you. Others are chasing a high, the rush of romance, the intensity of new love. But they don't know how to stay once things slow down. They're addicted to beginnings, but avoid the vulnerability that real connection requires. And yes, some use love bombing as a tool to manipulate. They overwhelm you with affection, attention, and flattery, so that when they eventually pull away, you're left chasing their approval. It becomes a cycle of confusion and self-doubt. Whether it comes from fear or control, love bombing is not about your worth. It's about someone else's unmet needs. You are not too much for wanting consistency. You are not cold for needing time. And you don't need to build walls to stay safe. You just need to stay close to yourself. If something feels off, even when everything looks perfect, that feeling matters. You don't need proof to trust your body's quiet signal. Take your time. The right person will never rush your process or make you feel bad for needing space. Pay attention to what they're drawn to. Do they love you, your values, your voice, your boundaries? Or do they love how you make them feel? This is a good question to ask yourself too. Am I drawn to who they are, or to the way they make me feel right now? Notice how you feel after you spend time with them. Do you feel steady, calm, and respected? Or do you leave interactions feeling unsure, anxious, or a little off balance? And when you do feel the butterflies, keep one foot on the ground. You can enjoy the spark, the thrill, but let trust, respect, and emotional safety be your anchor. Because real love doesn't sweep you away. It walks beside you, steady, present, peaceful. Love shouldn't leave you guessing. It shouldn't move so fast that you lose sight of yourself. If you've ever been swept up in something that started out beautiful but left you confused, know this. You're not foolish, you're human. You were just looking for love. And that's never something to be ashamed of. You deserve love that grows slow and strong. Love that sees you clearly, not just quickly. So ask yourself, what does healthy love feel like to me? Not the fantasy, but the real thing. And if this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. Have you ever experienced love bombing? What helped you see it for what it was? What helped you come back to yourself? Your experience might be the reminder someone else needs. And if this brought you any clarity or comfort, share it with someone who might need it too. You are not hard to love. You've just outgrown the kind that hurts.